what this pandemic has also done is it's enabled a lot of people technologically, because they're like, wow, okay, if I can be home with my child, or people have now invested in screens and this to work functionally through a year. I think this hybrid model is probably, and flexibility is going to have to be a mantra going forward. There will be people where I'm sure we'll have to do sessions of somebody stands in front of a room. I think it'll, from a technology perspective, somebody stands in the front of a room, and you're going to have people on the screen who also need to see this, who say, no, I'm at home because I have to get my child, doing social learning or distance learning today. So I need to be here as well. Or it's just, they're not in the office for some reason. I think you're going to have, well, we're now pretty much 100% this way. You're going to have the physical and the Zoom work seamlessly, or whatever platform it is, right? Seamlessly. That's, I think, going to be a little bit of a challenge. How do you still make the experience where people don't zone out? I'll just bring up my nephew is in school, and he said it was very frustrating when he went back to school, in that the teacher at the front of the room was only focused on the children who are still on the web platform and not focused on anybody in the room. And he's like, I don't know why I'm here, right? Conversely, when the majority perhaps go back to an office, you cannot neglect people who are still in another platform. So I think there's going to have to be a good balance to be found, to work through that, at least from a security awareness. How do you engage on all levels? I think it's for a security advisor or awareness, it'll be interesting.
It'll be tough, yeah. What about you, Oz? What are you thinking, and what advice can you give?
Yeah, I guess I would probably sum up the advice to security teams looking at this kind of next stage, as you describe it, this next evolution that we're going to go through, and which will be quite different to the one that we're in right now. As the advice I would sum up was be more data driven. Be more data driven. It is actually, most organizations are demanding that of their teams, of their leaders, of their people anyway. And it's no different in the security space. And it's definitely no different in those of us within the security space who are focused on managing human risk. So what does being more data driven mean? Well, it means that actually, if we accept that it's not just about how many people complete training, how many people read something, how many people open or watch something, but what impact that has, and what's working and what's not working, so you can do more of what works and less of what doesn't work, then you need to put things in place that make it really easy for you to do that. And as Eliana's just described, that environment is going to be hybrid. For some people, it might be a survey because you're going to have the opportunity to be able to talk to them and get the information from them. For some people, actually sending them yet another survey when they're surveyed out because everybody's trying to communicate to them through surveys isn't necessarily going to be the most appropriate things. You might want to think about some of the other technology tools or the other physical tools at your disposal to get this information. And of course, for some people, you don't need to ask anybody at all. There might be integrations and things that you can do and literally take that problem away from yourself, but yet have the data to make better decisions. I think this is a real exciting time and opportunity, and it's definitely something I think as a security community, and again I stress, particularly the security part of the community that is focused on managing human risk. This is not about awareness. This is not about education and understanding. This is about managing risk. It's also about helping people be the best versions of themselves with technology. So most people want to do that anyway, and therefore using the data to see what works and what doesn't work, and then really doubling down on what does and doing less of what doesn't is a real amazing opportunity.